baby. Raising hell today, okay? Bring the juice today, brother. Let's get it.
You're gonna be standing right next to me, man?
Let's go.
That's what we do now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's do a thing now. Hang on, kid. Hang on, kid.
Run.
Far side of the chin. Step back to the 5. Pass to the end zone.
What a play. What a play.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to us failing.
Derrick Henry was on my team, so I'm going to go Texans, I guess.
Yeah, he's on Tennessee, though.
Oh.
You tried. You went for it. I appreciate it. This is Up the Gut, live.
100%. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Up the Gut. I am your host, Matthew F. Ehlers, and with me, as always, is my co-host and Bills Mafia Don Patrick Kimmel, a.k.a. El Pollo Loco.
Caca, motherfudger.
My name almost just became Matt Ehlers, the guy who forgot Patrick's nickname.
Well, considering it just started, like a month ago, just because I said, hey, introduce me as El Pollo Loco. It's stuck, apparently. It's not really my nickname, but I guess it is now.
I mean, it sticks, and why not? It sounds spicy.
Oh, no! Breaking news. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just given Todd Bowles a 3-year contract, making him, again, the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL.
I mean, when you look at what the Bucs defense did that last half of the season, especially come around the playoff time, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Do you think that they'll be able to keep him there for 3 years?
I think they keep him there for 3 years. Now, can he make that defense play that well and keep everybody for 3 years?
Nah, I don't think they'll have him more than a year. He'll have a head coaching opportunity next year. But good for him. Congratulations on the extension.
Yeah, but if the Bucs repeat, I feel like he would rather stay in Tampa and keep winning Super Bowls than go be a head coach somewhere and not be as successful.
Well, I mean, he's already wanted to be a head coach. He tried with the Jets. It was the Jets, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he tried.
And he learned.
Yeah, and hopefully he can
better as a coordinator.
Try again. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. This is Up the Gut Live. This is one of our last truly off-season shows because we have football tomorrow.
Granted, it's preseason football, so those of you who are getting excited, calm yourselves a little bit.
It's still football.
It is still football.
I mean, even the Steelers and Cowboys, but come on. It's football.
Pretty much after the first quarter, it's going to be a lot of people you don't recognize.
Yeah, unless you're really into football.
Yeah, unless you know the whole roster, in which case, bravo.
So we're having a very subpar show today. No, it'll be a good show.
I would say par for our off-season work because, again, there's not a whole lot of huge news to really have.
We've gone through like 92 off-season shows with you guys. Like, this has been insane. It's been rough. Not because of you guys, but just because there's a lot to try to fill that time. So we are going to do our usual and not so breaking off-season news. But the big thing we're doing today is, in light of the Buffalo Bills' new stadium negotiations, one of the negotiations used by the Pagulas was to say, hey, you guys don't want to pay for a stadium. Austin does. Now, are they going to move the team to Austin? No, it's not going to happen. But what if it did? What if it was your team? What would you do? And we are going to discuss that. So, tell your friends, tell anybody. This could be a pretty interesting discussion, and it's a very comment section heavy segment. So we'll get through the other stuff pretty quick, and we'll get right into it. So let's go to our not so breaking off season news.
Not so breaking off season news.
Everybody's getting foot injuries. Okay, sorry, I had to get that.
Everybody in Indianapolis. Yeah, Carson Wentz with his nagging foot injury. Right now, his timetable for return is anywhere between week 5 and week 12. So,
So just your usual
Somewhere
Carson
in there.
Wentz. It's what he does now, apparently.
And then Quentin Nelson, the All-Pro guard, has the exact same foot injury. He's already had his surgery, though, and he's scheduled to be back in time for Week 1.
That's a good man.
Now, I don't know what foot injuries are happening. The two people got the exact same injury, but Colts, crew in Indianapolis, stop it.
Yeah, thank goodness Phillip Rivers in there, because if you heard him, I'd flip and be upset.
Honestly, Quentin Nelson is one of the main reasons I like following the Colts at all.
He's
one of my favorite players.
Monster.
Yes. So if he's not playing, it really makes me sad.
No, and he will be there, though. What else do we have? I don't even know. I already forgot everything we talked about.
The Giants had a fight at practice. Every team seems to have at least one of those during the offseason.
Yeah, but it's the Giants, so no one cares and no one saw it, so that's okay.
Well, no one should be seeing it. I don't think people are just there watching practice, are they?
No. And then let's see, what'd you say that Trey Lance is making Jimmy G fight harder, work harder?
He has to, because nobody wants to be the veteran who loses out to the rookie for the starting job. Nobody wants to be that guy.
And I don't think we ever even talked about Dak being injured.
Yeah, I don't remember what the injury was. I think it was just his throwing shoulder.
Yeah, something. I don't think it's going to be horrible, but
no, because he still went to training camp. He never had to take time off, but his workload was pretty light.
And then due to his inability to get 932 massages every day, Deshaun Watson was unable to attend a padded practice due to a nagging injury.
Massages don't fix all your injuries.
Well, then why does he get so many?
Oh, because they still feel good.
Oh, okay. Well, for him, they do. I was just trying to scroll through and see if I missed anything, but I don't think we did. Amari Cooper is really close to 100%. I hear AJ Green's been looking stellar in practice.
AJ Green's always a great talent. He just needs to stay on the field.
Well, he kind of said that he was kind of in a lull the last couple of years, the Bengals lull, and he's this goes to show. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Cardinals still. Watch out, guys. I
don't even sleep on the Cardinals. Like they were.
I think they are. I saw them rated as low as 21st team in the NFL, and in a rating that was done today.
Was it by some people who you don't?
I don't agree with a lot of what they say. No, I don't like their reasonings. I don't like how they get and figure shit out. They're not very good. But I still watch their videos because you have to know what everybody's saying.
I just want to wait to see if they're going to get rid of Chandler Jones or if we're going to get to see Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt play together at least for one game.
They need to. I can't see how they don't. So
because Chandler Jones is unhappy with something.
Well, give him a contract. That's all you got to do. But they're in that spot where they're going to have to pay DeAndre. They're going to have to pay, or they are paying him. They're paying J.J. Watt. They're going to have to pay Chandler. They're going to have to pay Kyler. They got talent, so they have to figure it out. But Chandler Jones, I mean, figure something out for this year at least.
Yeah, so give us at least one game of those two playing together. It's going to be so good.
That's all you're going to get before JJ gets injured. So,
oh, shots fired!
I'm sorry, JJ Watt. Don't beat me up. What do you guys think? Will Chandler Jones resign? Other than that, I don't know there's any other not so breaking offseason news other than the fact that we have the Hall of Fame game tomorrow at 7 Central, do you say?
Yeah, 7 Central, 6 Mountain.
We don't talk about Mountain Time.
There's one more thing. The Browns signed Nick Chubb to a 3-year, $36 million deal.
Yep, I did see that. Good for him. Oh, and the most important, I'm back to drinking.
The Browns, they have a talented running back, and they actually paid him so he'll stay and produce.
Yeah, well, not only that, but they actually found somebody that can produce. Good for you, Browns. Keep it up.
Beat division champions.
All right. Is that it? I think there's a couple other signings, but nothing major.
Nothing major, and Tom Brady had a birthday.
Yeah, so now he's even older, and they're going to talk about how even more impressive it is because he's like 44 years old now.
He is 44. Which seems old, but for everybody else, like outside of professional sports, that's like just the tail end of your prime.
Shoot, I'm 44. I plan on being still in my prime.
That's what I'm saying. But in pro sports, 44 is ancient.
Oh, I know. It's just crazy. Well, I just saw somebody. There was, I forget, some backup quarterbacks in like his 17th season. But
yeah, but he's been a backup. He hasn't had to put his body through the ringer.
Doesn't matter. Man, I go out and throw a ball, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If I was a running back, I'd already be in the Hall of Fame. Anyway, that's not so breaking off-season news.
Not so breaking off-season news.
So he has something in the comments from Logan Miller. Says Tom Brady is the Billy of football. I don't know who Billy is.
I know who Billy is. That's why I didn't put it up there, because not many people know who Billy is. But no, I wouldn't agree with that one, because Tom Brady rode a really good team to many championships. I guess you could say that. I mean, it is what it is. But yes, he will use his age. If anything goes on, he's like, well, I am 44. But he may not, because his whole thing is the TB12 diet and exercise plan is supposed to keep you ageless. So he may not say anything about age. He'll probably blame everything but age. And Joel, don't go back into hiding. So, okay.
Now, as always, this episode is brought to you by Ma Energy, because it's delicious and it works. And I'm out of it.
You son of a gun, you poor man. I still have some though.
This is just water.
You poor guy. See, I've got other stuff.
Oh, is that a whiskey sour?
Nah, it's a rum punch. I have to save my whiskey sours because someone's coming here, and I just got to make sure I have enough.
Yeah, but if you all want to try Ma Energy to see whether or not we're hyping it up the way it should be, or if we're just blowing smoke, we have a link for you to try it.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the chat this time. Instead, I put PacificIslandSauces.com.
They are also
why
a good
not?
sponsor.
But if you guys want to try Ma, just hit us up, either any of the socials below Ehlers, email below me. We can get you that link, but first tub's free, so it's not really benefiting us a lot. But if you want energy, you want flavor, and you don't want to crash, Ma Energy.
That's right. It's the first tub, not the first little sample packet. It's like a 40 serving cup.
It's ridiculous.
All you got to do is pay the shipping. And the pricing on that obviously depends on where you live.
And, of course, I got the shaker cup because it had a weird little ant thing on it.
You do need some kind of shaker. If you already own a shaker cup, good for you. Then all you need is the free tub. But, yeah, check out Ma Energy. They got good – they just introduced some sour flavors. So if you like sour and you like not being tired, go check them out.
Always. Always and forever.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. I don't care what they all say. That's right. I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we all play. Yeah. I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man.
That's right. The official quarterback of Up the Gut.
Hit him with the hashtag.
Hashtag Fitz Pro Bowl.
Damn right.
That's right.
Because we are going to send a Fitz to the Pro Bowl, preferably.
All the Fitzes to the Pro Bowl.
All of them. If you're a Fitz and you're in the NFL, you're going to the Pro Bowl. We're making sure if you see that thing below Ehlers, that is called a hashtag. That is important. It'll fix life and everything in life.
That's right. Ryan Fitzpatrick, official quarterback of Up the Gut, starting quarterback for the Washington football team, and Patrick Kimmel's fantasy quarterback.
Not yet. Oh, that reminds me. If you want to be in fantasy, we got, count them, 4 spots open. And this is just because we wanted to leave it to our viewing audience. But after this week, if the viewing audience doesn't hit it up, I'm going to find some other people. So socials, comments, email. If you want to be in it, Matt will get you set up.
That's right. Hit us up.
I don't think we have anything else until we get into the main, the reason that everybody's here.
We have had, just so everyone knows though, with the preseason here, we have had our last Sunday without some kind of football.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. We have tomorrow's game, the Hall of Fame game. After that, we've got 3 weeks of preseason. And then week 1 kicks off the very next week. And the reason we're losing a week of preseason is because now we have that one extra game during the regular season.
Yes.
We have week 18. That's so
All
much
right.
to say.
We are down to 3 fantasy spots.
Yes.
3 fantasy spots. Okay, so
Tormented Gaming says he'll join.
that's the one. I got a text. So
Gotcha.
I've got his email, and I'll pass that on to you. And then, so 3 spots left. Get them while they're hot or cold. Okay, so now let's hit that clickbait.
Oh, dang.
There's talks of the Austin Bills. Ugh. Anyway, not going to happen. This is a negotiation. To force someone into something, there has to be supply and demand. Well, if there's demand for the team, then you're going to have to do your part to keep your team. Oakland, San Diego, talking to you guys, sons of. Anyway, so
what about the Rams?
What about them?
They moved.
St. Louis did everything they wanted to. That wasn't on them. That was just the owner. He really wanted to be in LA. He wanted to build his sports complex. St. Louis didn't do anything wrong. It's not your guys' fault. I don't blame you. You can be Bills fans with us. Come on. All right. So your team relocates. The big question is, do you maintain your fanship of that team? Or do you find yourself a new team? So first we'll let Matt answer. We really have to go because Green Bay has been in Green Bay longer than any team's been anywhere. So most likely they will never go, but we're going to go into this fantasy world we have here. Yeah. We're going to find out. Green Bay has relocated. They are the Sacramento Packers. Are you a fan still?
Of course.
Of course.
I'm a Packers fan. But one of the great things about being a Packers fan is they're owned by the people of Green Bay. And I don't think they could leave if they wanted to.
I told you they couldn't leave.
They are trapped.
But we're going outside of that. This is your team.
Green Bay is a gorgeous town.
Okay, so you're just sticking with them no matter what.
Yeah, of course. I'm a Packers fan. Regardless of what city they're in. As long as they stay the Packers, if they ever change their name, that's when it gets dicey.
Okay, so say they become the Sacramento Kings, because I think that's an actual thing.
That's their basketball team.
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah. Then I would have a dilemma because, yes, it's the same roster. They're the team that was the Packers, but they're not the Packers anymore.
I mean, do you honestly think if Buffalo moved to Austin, they'd be the Austin Bills? Buffalo Bill makes sense. Austin Bills does not.
Probably not. I don't know what they'd call them if they moved to Austin.
It'd be something stupid.
Austin Bills does sound gross, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. So my thing is regardless, if the Pagulas relocate the Bills out of Buffalo, I will not be a fan of that team. I will still be a Buffalo Bills fan. The Bills pub will maintain. I still have all my stuff. It's just it won't grow any because it's done. That team won't exist anymore. So I will not.
So you're not a fan of the Bills part of it. You're a fan of the city of Buffalo.
Well, I'm not a fan of the city of Buffalo, but the reason I'm a Buffalo Bills fan is because as a child, I was a Buffalo as an animal name. So I became a fan of the Buffalo Bills. Well, you take the Buffalo out of it, you take away the whole basis of my fanship. Now, I became a fan of the team anyway. And, but if they leave, they have ruined the legacy of Ralph Wilson. And that hits too deep. And anybody that would do that, I'm not going to trust them. And that's not my team anymore. So
then you can become a Packers fan like me. We'll never leave Green Bay.
That's the second part of this. If I was going to pick a new team, how would I even go about that?
Because you have a best friend who's a Packers fan, and you just watch all the games together.
Oh, I mean, I watch the games with you anyway. I can still like the Packers.
But then we can both cheer for the Packers regardless of who they play for or against.
Well, I mean, there's only one team I wouldn't root for them against. and
Right,
it's the
but
Buffalo Bills.
Right, but if the Bills moved, then you're basically a Packers fan. It'll be amazing. We'll wear matching hats. We'll both get those cheesehead hats eventually.
I just don't. I mean, I've always liked them, but I liked them because I liked Favre. I liked Rodgers.
You don't still like Aaron Rodgers? He's back for at least 2 years.
We're up in the air on Aaron Rodgers right now. We'll see how his attitude changes. If he gets rid of Yoko and goes back to normal, we'll see. But as of right now, I liked a couple of their players. I liked, some of what they did. But when it comes down to it, you're a Packers fan.
Mm-hmm.
You already have that. That's yours. I can't just come in. I don't know. It just wouldn't feel right. It feels dirty. Like I'm just borrowing your team from you.
Look, I'm sending you the invite.
It's like borrowing a used hanky. I can't do it.
Well, that's different.
You've already used it, abused it, put it away wet. I just don't,
I have not done that with the Packers.
Oh, by the way, chat, we want to know the answers for these. And come on, you really hold on.
You become a Ravens fan.
Come on now. I don't dislike the Ravens, but
they have your favorite quarterback.
I don't think I'm going to join the flock. But if your team was going to leave, first question, would you stick with that team wherever they went? Second question, if you are switching away from them, how do you find the new team? Because I think, it might just become a geography thing for me. Here I am right next to Kansas City. I've rooted for Kansas City, same as I've rooted for the Packers. But I'm right here. It's a lot easier to be a fan here. And I don't dislike them.
If something happened to where the Packers stopped being the Packers, I would honestly be a Jaguars fan.
That is definitely an option for me. They do have Tim Tebow.
They do have Tim Tebow as a tight end.
Looking beefy as hell. Anyway.
Yeah. And Trevor Lawrence, the biggest draw in the draft. I've just always been a fan. I've wanted them to succeed so bad in the AFC. If become a Dolphins fan, yes.
I think it's supposed to be I'd. I think it's a cell phone typo.
Jennifer Kimmel would move to a division rival?
But why? I mean, that's actually not a bad idea. I mean, if the Pagulas break down and stab me in the back and the heart and the face, I would want to hurt them any way I could. And the Dolphins, they got a chance. I could never be a Patriots fan. Never be a Jets fan. I could consider being a Dolphins fan. We are correct. It was I'd.
They
got Tua.
They do have Tua.
But they got the Jaceki Galecki combo, which I'm a fan of. They still currently have Xavier Howard. I mean, that's a consideration.
For the moment, yes.
When you're picking a fanship, whenever you do it like I do it, it's diehard. Yeah. So you're not picking for the current roster. You're picking for the entire time. So you have to pick a good organization. The Boo Dolphins. I think she's just saying that because she thought it upset me. But when it comes down to it, I mean, that does make sense for the revenge factor. But
excuse me.
Come on, chat. Help us out here.
But
still most likely be a geography thing. Possibly the Jaguars, because that would be fun to, maybe since we're not local, we'd take like a yearly trip to a Jaguars home game.
It'd be super fun to go to a Jaguars home game, hit up that cantina they got, watch a home game and get hammered while sitting around our swim trunks. Yeah,
no, I'm down. I got a couple places we can go. I spent some time in Jacksonville, so it's not a bad idea.
And then win or lose, the weather will always be nice and it'll just be a good time.
It's true. I could have considered San Diego, but I never considered an LA team.
Yeah.
Could never do the Cowboys. They bother me too much. Staying with the Steelers, they bother me too much.
Yeah, if they were still the San Diego Chargers, I could have gone back to that.
I respect the Browns for their fandom, but I can never be a Browns fan, never be a Bengals fan.
Why couldn't you be a Browns fan? Because they were of all the losing seasons?
No, I can handle that. It's because it's the Browns. I'm not a fan of the color. I'm not a fan of their uniforms.
I don't know. I kind of like the way the uniforms have evolved.
I'm just not. I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of like a weird pile of poop when I see them. I know that's weird, but it's not my type of team. I can always, like I said, respect them for their fandom and what they've gone through and where they're at now.
You could be a Cardinals fan.
Possibly. It does have my pocket quarterback.
Yes.
It's right in the pocket.
Not because he stays in the pocket, but because he can fit in your pocket.
Yeah. I mean, he can sit in the pocket too, but it's because he fits in the pocket. Never Seattle.
Never Seattle.
No Rams.
Sorry, Seahawks fans.
49ers would have a chance. I kind of like the way they run. I like. I can't think of the general manager right now, the old Bucks player, but I like him.
Oh,
I like the coach. Yeah,
Lynch?
John Lynch. Yeah. Let's see. Couldn't be the Texans. Couldn't be the Saints anymore. If Drew Brees was still there, they might be able to convince me, but not a Saints guy, not a Bucks guy, not a Panthers guy. I mean, I'm just going through all the teams, but so there's very few that even have a chance.
Couldn't be a Bucks guy.
Couldn't be a Bucks guy.
No, not even with the history of Bucko Bruce and those creamsicle uniforms.
I like the creamsicle uniforms, but no, couldn't be a Bucks guy. Let's see. I don't think I could be a Vikings guy.
You could
Bears
be
would have a chance, and the Lions would have a chance.
Why would the Lions have a chance?
I don't know. There's just something about them. I want them to do well.
At what point in their history would you be like, that's why I could be a Lions fan?
Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Matt Stafford.
And what did they do with them?
They ruined them. Listen, maybe I just like a little bit of pain. I am a Bills fan. But I don't know. I just kind of have this, like, I want them to do good, and here they come. They're going to.
Like I said, I want them at some time in my life to win one Super Bowl because I want to see every team get the one so their true fans can look back on it and go, yeah, that's for us.
Except for the Jets fans. You guys get nothing.
The Jets already won a Super Bowl, so they're
It doesn't count.
It does count.
Okay, it counts.
Because that's the only reason Joe Namath's in the Hall of Fame. It certainly ain't because of his numbers.
Oh, man. Let's see. I don't even know what teams I have left.
Yeah, I said that, Jets fans. Super Bowl III is the only reason Joe Namath got enshrined.
Get him. Attack.
That's right. I got to do some research, but I'm pretty sure Joe Namath is the only quarterback in the Hall of Fame who over his career has thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. Now, where I'm from, if you throw more picks and touchdowns, you're just fired.
I'm glad you agree with yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we went through some of the teams that I wouldn't. What are some of the teams that you would consider? Other than obviously the Buffalo Bills branch is extended to you. You're always welcome in this fandom. I will use my Don powers to bring you into the mafia. All you got to do is break one table. Don't worry. It'll be a big table. And I'll set it on fire with something. You'll be good. You'll be good.
As long as they stayed the Buffalo Bills, I could be a Bills fan or a Jaguars fan. Those are probably, honestly, the only two teams I consider.
Man, and the Chiefs. You consider the Chiefs geographically. You're going to be living 15 minutes away from them.
Yeah, I was living 15 minutes away from them not 15 minutes, but I was only living like an hour away from them all throughout high school, and I didn't care.
Yeah, but your team existed. We're talking if your team doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
because they left you. They changed their name, and they said, you know what, Packers fans? You're all stupid, and we don't like you. And you're like, I'm going to be a Chiefs fan. See, then it becomes a possibility.
Geography's never been a thing for me. Look at how spread out I am with all my favorite teams. I got a football team in Wisconsin. My favorite baseball team's in Georgia. My favorite basketball team's in Florida. My favorite hockey team's in California. And my favorite esports team from the Overwatch League is in Korea.
I like how you say Korea. Anyway, so my favorite football team's in New York. I only watch football.
Yeah.
I would technically say my favorite hockey team is in Buffalo too, but that's just out of, because the same owners own them.
Yeah.
All right, guys, come on.
And because they have the same, similar Buffalo logo.
I mean, it's just, yeah, but it's the Sabres. You know, I hear they're not doing too well. Being a Bills fan, you see some of that sneak into your Twitter. But the Bills own them, and they kept Buffalo. You know, the Bills in Buffalo. So I root for their hockey team, but then again, that'll all change. I could be. What's a hockey team? Give me a hockey. What's your favorite hockey team?
The Ducks.
Yeah, I could be a Ducks fan.
You could be a Ducks
Pagulas. Imagine if I was a Jaguars and a Ducks fan. You moved our team. Again, I don't think they're going to do it. It's just strictly making a demand.
But
it's not they're not making a demand of us. They're making sure there is demand for the team.
What if they did move to Austin, but they call themselves the Austin Buffaloes?
Yeah, I don't know that I'd like the Austin Buffalo just because it doesn't sound right. But I would consider it if they're Austin Buffalo or if they're the Austin Bison. I'd consider those.
Austin Bison.
But I hate Austin. I was there for like 3 months. I hate Austin.
Why?
There's not good things about Austin.
I liked Austin. Granted, all I did anytime I went to Austin was drugs. So, you know.
You have to if you're in Austin because the place sucks. Anyway, I'm not trying to alienate everybody in Austin. There were some nice areas around Austin. Round Rock was nice, and I forget some of the other ones. Basically, there was this one community, I forget where it's like Sunset. It was outside Round Rock, but it's like 5 different neighborhoods that are strictly like retired people, and they have 5 different golf courses, and they all link together, so they could just do a different Oh, I would love to live there. That would be amazing. But other than that, Austin sucks.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of all the good times I had there.
Yeah, I didn't have good times there.
I don't hate Austin.
It was beginning of COVID. I was working. All I did was go work, come back to my hotel room, go work, come back to my hotel room. I did watch a lot of TV and anime. I watched all The Office, all Parks and Rec, Fairy Tale, like 300 episodes of One Piece. Got a lot of TV watching done when I was there. But chat. You guys got to be fans. I mean, I know Tormented Gaming, if you're still in there, what happens? The Ravens have done it, you know. They moved once and changed everything. Who's to say they won't do it again?
The Ravens never moved.
They were the Browns, and then they moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens. All the Raven stats are Brown stats.
But the
Browns don't have the old Brown stats.
Sure they do.
No. The Browns are a new team. The Ravens are the old Browns. They're supposed to have all the stats.
No.
Because they relocated. They didn't start a new team. The team relocated. Just like the Indianapolis Colts have all the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Just because they're the Baltimore Ravens, they were the Cleveland Browns, and they changed their name to the Baltimore Ravens when they moved. But they still have all the old stats.
No, the Browns kept the old Brown stats. That's why Jim Brown is still the Browns franchise leader in all the rushing stats.
I'm telling you.
No, once they became the Ravens, they wiped the slate clean.
I don't think so.
They did. As far as franchise numbers,
without typing.
That's why teams move, is to get a fresh start, unless they keep their old name. Colts.
So anyway, but they've done it before because the Ravens aren't an expansion team. They were just a team that moved.
Right. But the Ravens have never
moved.
But the Ravens have never moved. Once they got to Baltimore, they have stayed in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Once they became the Ravens, they've stayed.
But it doesn't matter because they were the Browns. So what I'm saying is they could very easily go. They could easily go and become, they're Baltimore Ravens now. They could easily go. What's another city?
Sioux Falls.
No, what's the one in Texas? Starts with an S. San Antonio. San Antonio. They could be the San Antonio Ducks.
They couldn't be the San Antonio Ravens?
No, they're completely changing everything.
Okay.
So if they do that, so what is it, Tormented Gaming? Are you still a fan or are you not a fan? Tell me.
He's just going to follow Lamar Jackson.
Nah, but see, he was a fan before them. I don't think he will follow Lamar Jackson. I mean, if he does, he's following him to the CFL.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Too easy. Sorry.
No, are you kidding? There are people that think Lamar Jackson will be MVP again this year. He's not going to CFL.
Oh, yeah, he is. He'll be out of the league in 2 or 3 years if they keep up the process of how they're doing it. And I should have went hog hunting when I was in Texas, but I didn't have anybody.
It was COVID. You couldn't go out to go hog hunting.
I don't think any of the hog hunters would have minded the hog hunting with COVID. I just, I was in Austin proper. I didn't have any hog hunters around me. But that would have made it funner, but then it would have been outside of Austin. I don't think they're going to let me fly a helicopter down downtown Austin and shoot hogs. That would have been pretty cool.
You never know till you ask.
All right. Well, I guess you guys aren't going to give me anything on the what would you do if your team moved? But
maybe they will in the chat later or the archive video.
I was saying, if you're watching this later,
or not chat, but comments.
Yeah, it's chat when we're live. It's comments when we're not. So comment. If what would you do if your team left? Tell us who your team is, and if you would stick with them. And you can even go with if they changed all the names or if they kept the name, minus the city change. And then if you are finding a new one, what's your process of finding one? I just have teams that, as a Bills fan, I've grown to be okay with or kind of like or root for. Like I root for the Packers with him. I've lived and watched my dad root for the Chiefs. Almost my entire life. So watching that, I could root for the Chiefs. The Jaguars, when they come in, I kind of enjoyed them. I like the David Garrard and the Marcel Lewis and the Maurice Jones-Drew and the who was the older running back there with Fred something?
Fred Davis? Fred Taylor?
Fred Taylor sounds right, or something Taylor.
Yeah, I know someone who does know.
There was some good teams there, so I could root for them. But when it comes down to it, there's a lot of teams I really wouldn't. So that's my process of how I would find a new team. And it would be a possibility, though it not likely, that I could be an Austin Bison or Austin Buffaloes fan. Not likely, though.
Is Fred Taylor.
Fred Taylor, okay. So if you're watching this archive, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And it looks like the chat isn't going to join in anymore. Oh, man, I was going to do this. To explain why. And I didn't get to I forgot.
You
forgot into the chat. Oh, well.
A prime opportunity blown.
I know. I made it. And that was a very, Ehlers provided the core of what he wanted for that. And I made it and he liked it. And I lost my chance to use it. Here's why I lost it. I just really thought there'd be more chat that I'd have to throw up on the screen. That was my bad.
I don't know. I really think come regular season, the chat will kind of blow up a little more for us.
Well, we're still planning a lot for shows coming up regular season. We're going to try to go hit up some tailgates at Arrowhead.
We're definitely going to play a lot of Here's Why during the regular season.
Oh, yeah. Here's why I hate watching football right now. Or here's why Dak Prescott needs to retire because he's injured again. Here's why Joe Burrow has 0 knees left. I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
But here's why you should subscribe. It's easy.
That was so easy.
So easy. Well, you wanna talk about anything else? I'm sitting here trying to think of ways to extend the show.
I was just loving the reason why you're a Bills fan, because of the animal.
It's just, I'm sure, every family has something they do, something a little different, certain traditions. And I think it was my dad's siblings. It was somewhere whenever my cousins and we start coming along, they started it. And I forget, someone said, you're quiet as a mouse. Oh, yeah, you're a mouse. And then they're like, well, what would you be? And it just kind of transpired. It just kept going and dominoed into everybody having an animal name. There's no duplicates. There has been some people that broke the rules and went to fantasy animals like dragons and phoenixes, but they just don't know how to follow rules. That's all there is. All my kids have animal names. So being that, being that I had an animal name, it's a buffalo. I like the buffalo. It's a big, strong bearded animal that's amazing. Like things I looked up to. I still grow beards now, probably because of buffalo.
Yeah, they're delicious.
And it's American bison, not water buffalo. We're talking true.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my office is decorated with buffaloes and Buffalo Bill stuff. So, whenever I knew there was a team that had buffalo in it and there's a buffalo on their helmet, I'm like, is this not my football team? So, and then I wrote that for 20 years of sadness.
But now it's happy times, kind of.
It is. I mean, shoot, I've seen us. We're ranked, top 5 in almost every power ranking, even the bad ones. So, it's a good time. Josh Allen's looking awesome. Emmanuel Sanders is finding holes in the training camp. Stephon Diggs is still amazing. Cole Beasley is just wide open all the time. And we don't have a bad defense.
No.
Even Dawson Knox, except for there was a video posted of Hyde getting an interception. But it's because somebody had done some major pass interference on Dawson Knox. And you watch the video, you read the comments, and everybody just like, oh, Dawson dropping passes. I'm like, dude ran into him and pinned his arms up against his body.
Yeah.
Like, how is he supposed to catch it? Anyway, so Dawson Knox has had some good, and Kumaro sounds like he may be a lock for the 53-man roster.
Yep.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. What do you think about that?
Oh, he wasn't happy.
And as far as what Up the Gut's doing, like I said, we're going to try to hit up some tailgates. I think given work issues work themselves out, and I'm available. We're going to go to the Kansas City Whiskey Expo, and we already have permission to record there.
Yes.
So do some whiskey drinking and just watch steadily how horrible our interviewing skills get, because we'll get premium whiskeys at every table.
Every table.
And Ehlers will be here in less than 2 weeks, or right at 2 weeks?
A little more than 2 weeks.
2 weeks tomorrow.
Yep.
2 weeks tomorrow. Well, I mean, minus the drive time, but I will be getting him 2 weeks from tomorrow.
I'm coming up here. We're going to go bourbon hunting for something that they don't have down there.
My wife's watching.
I said bourbon hunting. That doesn't mean we're going to bag something.
She just says I have too much. I have too much bourbon. Anyway,
I don't know what she's talking about.
We'll actually get to watch that video because I've been saving the new Best Blind Bourbon review for when Ehlers is here, so he can do it with me.
Yeah, watch me fail.
It's not failing. It's called winning. When you get to drink bourbon, it's called winning.
That's true. But so, I'll be the guy that picks, like, this is my favorite. Like, everyone hates that one. No, I just thought it tasted good.
That's what matters. Listen, the best bourbon is the bourbon you're drinking.
That's true. All right, so it is time for the most negative segment on the show. Do you have a flip and flip that guy?
Do I have a flip and flip that guy?
Oh.
Yes, I do. Do you have a flip and flip that guy?
I don't. Not this week.
You need to get more angry. Here we go.
Flipping. Dadgummit!
Who are you mad at?
Well, hello, Madden. Not John Madden. Madden the video game.
Madden NFL Football, the video game series?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you be mad at Madden?
You? You guys, all you have to do is spend all this time figuring out how good players are and rating them accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And they put Josh Allen as an 80. What was it, an 88 or 86? I think it's an 86. Are you high? What have you been doing with your life? He beat Patrick Mahomes in MVP voting. He put up a season that was record-breaking for the Buffalo Bills. That could have that rivaled some of the best seasons out there. And you guys are saying he hasn't improved from last year? Are you serious? Have you not been watching football? Do you even know what football is? But it doesn't stop there. Minkah Fitzpatrick is like an 82. I don't know. He was low, though. There has been so many. Kyler Murray, not even in the top 10. Lamar Jackson, like 2. Like, come on, you guys. It's not a popularity contest. You don't sit there and rate people by what you see, like what you think is, oh, they like this guy. Let's make him higher. No, you go off the skills they show on the field, and you guys forgot that. It's not a popularity contest. It is a skills on the field contest. That is how you rate them. That's how they transfer into the game. Come on, Madden. Flipping. Dadgummit.
I thought you were going to be more angry that they made Tom Brady a 97 overall.
No, it's a popularity contest because, yeah, he is. You know, when you can only run about as fast as a soft shell turtle, that may be able to outrun him. To be honest, he may. Again, when your speed is a 2, you don't average out to be 100. Come on. But no, it's just it's a popularity thing, and of course, the usual NFL bias of the Buffalo Bills just goes right into it. Josh Allen should have been Aaron Rodgers was a 97. MVP can't even hit a 99.
He's 96.
Oh, 96.
He's under Brady.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Tom Brady, he may have won the Super Bowl, but it wasn't his play. It was his defense. Sorry, flippers.
It was his ability to not turn the ball over 30 plus times in the season.
Aaron Rodgers was the MVP, had a stellar season. Josh Allen had a stellar season, second up in MVP votes. Patrick Mahomes had a great season, third in MVP votes. Those should have been your top 3.
Aaron Rodgers had the second highest rated season of all time last season.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Madden really messed up, and it wasn't only that. There was several of the stuff that people would pop up as they come out, and if we really had time to sit down and go through all the ratings, it's just silly some of the stuff they did. But I know Minka Fitzpatrick, #FitzProBowl, got a bad rating, and some of the guys, they get it. Listen, that's a football game. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, you guys are very disrespectful on what some of these guys have done with their career. So, Madden, you need to step up your game. Step it up. All right.
Maybe we'll take a deep look into it next episode, because after next episode is when it will actually release.
I'm not going to buy it right away. They're going to have to wait for my money.
I'm might
on sale, you son of bitches.
I might, only because that way, whenever we're actually together, one of us has a copy of it that we can play.
We'll survive. Oh. All right, chat. If you don't have anything, this is your last chance. We're gonna push the business. Starting with Pacific Island American soy sauces. 50% sodium of most soy sauces. Twice the flavor, half the sodium. If you're not using Pacific Island soy sauces right now, what are you even doing with your life? Are you just maddening it up? Come on, do better. Hey, if you want to sponsor us, come on. This is the type of pushing you get. I just insult people and tell them that they should be using you, and you're stupid. Anyway.
And Madden, if you ever want to sponsor us,
I'll still tell you you're stupid. That was stupid.
Make better ratings. I mean,
yeah. Listen, you can sponsor us, and all you have to do is give me a say in how you do your ratings. I'm not the final say. Just let me put some input in there, and we're good. You don't have to put any money towards this. I don't even need a free copy of the game, though it's okay if you do. I'm just saying, let's be better. If you want to be beautiful, even if you're already beautiful and you want to be more beautiful, Mary Kay products by Beauty Consultant.
If society's taught me anything, is that we're all beautiful and perfect just the way we are.
Oh, no, I saw you comment on that one person.
But then I've actually seen people, and that is crap.
Yeah, not everybody's beautiful, but everybody can be or try to be with Mary Kay. Especially the charcoal mask. Whoo! Keep your face nice, especially in these summer months. You wear a hat, get the buildup. My skin is so smooth, even with this beard. I got Mary Kay beard oil, and Mary Kay beard wash. It's not just for women, not just for old women. It's for everybody.
Women, men, toaster ovens, Apache helicopters, whatever you identify
don't know what they are, and whatever. We're not judging. Just be beautiful.
Every person has a face.
MaryKay.com/J Kimmel. Possible relation, possibly upstairs right now.
Oh, it's definitely relation.
I need to put in a thing for the farmhouse extracts.
And for farmhouse extracts.
We don't want to forget farmhouse extracts because they're doing a lot with the CBD game right now. And if you guys want to be calm, CBD Delta 8, check them out. Go to their website. We probably will at some point do a show with them. We'll go out when Sailor's here. We'll go out to their farm and you'll see us walking in, tall weed plants, and you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing?"
They have all kinds of common snackies.
Yes, and then we will eat snacks, and then it'll be the worst show ever because we'll just be tired. What was the other one you said when I said farmhouse?
Good meat snacks.
Yes, Pop's Authentic Meat Snacks. We need to get that official because I love me some Pop's Authentic Meat Snacks. Jennings Meats in New Franklin, Missouri.
I don't even care if it's official. If it's something I really love, I'll just put the website up.
Yeah,
I'll give them a free plug. I don't care.
Hold on. When are you up?
You're up the guys going to play Rocket League.
Well, Ehlers might. This guy, I'm not playing Rocket Car Soccer. No, thank you.
Why not?
Nope, not my thing.
Why not? It's 3-on-3. The three of us would be, well, we'd probably lose actually because I'm terrible, but it'd be fun.
I'm amazing at it. I secretly play it all the time.
Well, then
I'll consider it just for the comedy.
Do it
for the comedy.
Do it for me.
All right, I'll do it for Ehlers because I love
it.
We'll find some time. It'll probably be in the winter though, whenever I have more time.
Yeah.
Obviously, check out Tormented Gaming. If you go to our YouTube, he's one of our channels. Check him out. He's back to gaming now that he's got his move done. Check out those Taste Bud guys. Best booze reviews in the biz. We will be a part of those too. I guarantee it. Once we open up some time, Ehlers and I will be on there. If they start their Monday Night Lives again, we'll be there. I'm sure we'll be on some reviews. They may even come up and do a.
We can watch Monday Night Football with them.
TTBG, RT, and KC. They may do another one of those. Yes, we could watch football with them, even though, it just depends on which team Derrick Henry's on at the moment.
Everybody. He plays for them all.
Well, was there any other YouTube channels that we got to push?
Tormented Gaming, those Taste Bud guys.
I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Not that I remember.
Oh. We're about to find out.
Oh, you doing some crack research?
Nathan Eddy. You can check out Nathan Eddy.
Yeah.
And of course, there's always the old Brinkman videos. Those are always pretty awesome. I hear he doesn't make them anymore, but
he does.
Pretty awesome old videos.
He retired. He retired early.
He did. Get out when you're on top, and by top I mean nowhere. So that's what we're doing. So you got anything for me, Ehlers?
Just tell all your friends about us. Spread the word. The channel can't grow unless more people come and join the audience. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your coworkers.
Not Jets fans.
No, Jets fans are welcome too.
You can tell the Jets fans.
Anybody who'd be interested in football, tell them about the show.
Not too many Jets fans though. Let's
look. I don't know how many are even left, but tell them all to come in. If any, they need us honestly right about now because I'm not going to judge them for being a Jets fan. I will applaud their loyalty. But if for some reason you can't spread the word to a large amount of people, you don't like crowds, you have social anxiety, that's fine too. But at the very least, tell your moms about us.